Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Cloud9, BeastCoast, and Oxygen Esports during the North America League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Ironically, right as I say that, find not only the very player he spent a minute and 15 seconds waiting for, but then sprint down into Kochek and find the very next one. Spirits has exact information on a third, and Yaga falls just as easily as the previous two. With 55 seconds remaining, C9BC have completely turned the tides against Oxygen, who now find themselves in a 2v4.
They're just so good at knowing the buttons to push, aren't they? I mean, they get taken out initially there. They slow things up. And they're like, okay, where's going to be the easiest point of entry to try and get these picks back in our favor? They choose Kochek's side. They take out the man over on Small Bake, and they eliminate the rest past that. But, I mean, it's just very well done.
Getting that vertical control is not the end-all be-all of attacking Bakery, but it makes things a lot easier. You can throw nades down into Kochek and clear it that way. You can maybe, if you want to rotate Freezer.
Alone, actually, and behind the far cocktail bar. Is Hot and Cold going to check it? I don't think he is, but oh! He turns on a dime and he burns him! Oh, Hat! He gives up the phone too. They have a Valkyrie. There's so many different ways that C9BC can break this down.
Loading new mag.
Man, that is rough. That is really that's really unfortunate. I thought he was going to have that. But hey, Newers could still provide a very powerful angle to deal with this attacking setup. He can maybe retake into Train later on. I don't even think Vini meant to kill that guy. I think he was hunting for Newers, but he finds one instead. C9BC still firmly in the advantage, now entering the post plant. Yaga will be able to retake top floor, but of the 5 players remaining, 3 are around 40 HP, and the rest are not looking that great either. Gavini certainly so, has made it a 2v2 as Newer is heating up in the second round. But as long as Diffuser and Hot and Cold remain alive, stacked, clutching each other behind this bookcase, they might still be able to get 2 in a row. Newers falls. That's the player, oh no, now rotated down below. So it's just Yaga up above, now hopping down. But he's got to run into both of these players. One now immediately retaking up top. Seems unlikely Yaga would even win the round if he was a huge performer to get this map over BDS in the grand final of the Manchester Major. There are a lot of players on Beast Coast who have just even one heats up. Experimented with Scopos the most. I've seen it when they played on Clubhouse. They played it in the Lair game, and now they're playing it on Cafe, and got a kill. It's cut down Diffuser, and I was about to say, what do you know? Where's the other one? Well, if Yaga is upstairs, odds are the second one is down below. Same can be said for Gunner, and can only be said for about 2 seconds. Diaz spots the Nook, cuts him down, and Cloud9 in a very difficult position. 3v5 as they move across this top floor, because what can Yaga do? Well, pretty much just teleport down below, and the rest of the team has rotated back in kind. He will lose that remaining Scopos robot. Don't know if it's Talos or Colossus, but somebody's going down as a result of it. Hot and Cold drops, down goes one, but it's still Oxygen on top, as the gunfights keep being exchanged deep into the mid-round. Spirits has moved down white. His teammate is over in Pillar, so they could pinch this remaining player in reading to make this a 2v3. Well, unless Diaz has something to say about it. At this point, it seems like Oxygen might just be able to make the quick layup and get their first round on Cafe.
I like the Marshawn Lynch strategy. There's like, just run through their face. Just grab a gun, shoot straight. And it works out. They get the initial pick, and they frag out the majority of the C9BC roster. It is down to Spirits, and that guy's got a commercial out of, off of him. So don't really ever want to count him out, but
I don't know. It's like, I was about to say, I wish we had seen more from the Scopos, but like, not really an operator that lends itself to many highlights. It's like, what's he going to do? Like, hit the quick TP back down to the site? Either way, Yaga got 2 kills, so nice Scopos play there. Really, I think the highlight got to go to DS Lucas right there, spotting that lurk from gun.
See if we'll just overswing things for him. Maybe get a gunfight that's conducive to their situation, but it's going to be Spirits as well as the Deimos at Hot and Cold.
Oh.
Please tell me you saw that. That was a drop shot with the revolver. Wild West in the hands of Hot and Cold. Going to get traded out, though, and now just a full-on Hail Mary here from C9BC as it's going to be fight after fight out of Oxygen. The dust will settle as a 2 versus 3 in favor of the defense.
But they've got direct intel on that player in Kochek. It'll be a bit difficult, but Spirits has both of those nades to throw in. Maybe pressure Gomez a little bit. Stuck in the corner. He dies as a result. Tricky situation for him to find himself in. Spirits making good use of the new banking mechanics, halves that grenade timer, and Gomez is left with little options to recover. That's just a 2v2, and time is still favoring Oxygen. The obs blocker will not give Gavini any direct intel on this Maestro, but when you're feeling sparky, Hat's no man to stand against you. Huge recovery.
Fundamentals like we just saw from C9 right there. They're still working their angles. They're still working drones in to see if they get anything of the sort. And I know that, you know, some people are gonna be like, well, Stokes, there was an ops blocker there. I mean, it just got shot really quickly, but that's really all these pro players need in a situation like that. Door as well here. Hat's starting to get pressured up top, but now they know that he's in this deep cocktail position. I don't think anybody's stopping this from happening. That's going to be a freebie as the Diffuser hops outside. They're going to catch the pulse as well. Hot and cold for 2. He sprints in, gets a 3rd. Stop it! Hot and cold! Done. What the hell is that? It's a quad kill out of Matt. And I mean, just ice the cake already, man. Disgusting stuff.
What is happening?
It's a 1 versus 2. Yogg's got a double kill.
They play too close to this diffuser. That's the way they'll give Yaga a way into this. So the smoke canister goes out, but it's shot right at the perfect moment. Only 1 remaining to try to cloak Yaga's approach. Halfway down, somebody's going to take this fight. Somebody's going to take this fight, and it will be Gavini who finds the briefest of angles.
I mean,
Dude,
he's on
like,
Habana, man. He's on
what is this clip?
on Habana. Like,
what is
watch
this?
This right here, not this. This is what gets me right here. Watch this. He kills this man, immediately turns on the other man of the door, and he dusts him too. Like, you just don't get away. Insane history. Let's see if you guys can close it out in an awesome way. Oh my goodness gracious. The call goes out. We go in with some nice plants going down from a fuse shield. Nobody can even see through these smokes except for Warden. Hat's gonna kill 1. The diffuser's on the ground. It's a 3 versus 5. C9BC is trying to have a little bit too much fun with their food in round 6.
Well, 4-2-1/2 for Oxygen. Technically for Cloud9 Beast Coast. Well, that seems
a little anticlimactic, you know?
I'm not sure what to do here. Ignoring that Gunner immediately died to a C4. You gotta really, when you drop down, you gotta win that fight with the guy like on Cocktail Balcony.
So life going to be a little easy for Oxygen in that regard, but still a lot to do, and DS is going to get taken down from Spirits. It seems like every which way that they're cutting this up, it's all pretty solo dolo right now, Carter, and it's getting them severely punished.
That's not looking good at the moment. Yaga over by Brown, so him and Gomez consolidating a little bit. Hello. Gomez finding a bit of a gap, but triggered by the Banshee. Not completely open, but Gomez has worked his way up into the red hallway, now shot the default. Almost about to say Spirits is around the corner, but it's still Gomez. Some vertical destruction that Cloud9 Beast Coast can look through as I was about to say, they try to push further into dining since that hatch is very much open. Gavini remains, nade goes out, he takes the fight, and Yaga caught with a nade in his hand. 4-1 at least, now that Newers finds a kill in a less than unwinnable situation than it was before, but only relatively so.
To get back on it in due timing, and we're going to have an aggressive play from Oxygen on this top floor. We'll have control of Pixel and Christmas, but where's the setup from C9BC? Gunner's going to get 1, a trade out here from DS. Gunner currently existing inside of Reading. Another body's going to fall over here inside of Train, as Newers will be able to pick that one up with the M762. It's a 3 versus 4 in favor of the offense, but this is where the fundamentals come into play. We got to get back on these drones. We got to get some active info and see if we can get some bigger picks here. Speaking of active info, Gavini knows exactly where 1 is, and he still loses the fight. That's going to be a huge moment.
Drone flies by overhead. Mach 5 to find the players in the site. But the varied player they needed to find most has gone unread. That is Diffuser beneath the window. That's Newers dead on the hatch. Gomez might cut down 1, but can Spirits just win the 2 fights to completely shut Oxygen out of playoffs? He's got a C4. Just 1 rip of that and a press of the button, and that could be it. Game, set, match for their playoff chances, but DS hops on the table, and that might just be enough. 1v2 post plant now that Spirits has to win on gunplay, has to win by landing these shots, and he's caught without any information as to where the hell those bullets came from. 1 HP remaining, and that's easy for Gomez to win. Dire straight.
Completely dashed. They need the full 3 points coming out of this. And as of right now, C9BC have a lot of runway to try and land this plane.
aiming. He just like did like the hip fire to open the window and make noise. And again, there's nobody. There's nobody there. The flashbangs from DS or the smokes from Hat, but there's still plenty in Oxygen's pocket to either spot the Yokais and move around them, or have the utility to deal with it. But Diffuser's found another. Gomez killed on the vertical, and Hotten's killed DS. This was a 5v3. We had it, and Oxygen they're on the second floor. They're just moving and getting shot. They haven't tried to move down to the bottom, and only now when they do so, they're in a 2v3. 2 players, if they fall, Oxygen will be out of playoffs contention. So Yaga moves in, fires 1 shot, and Hat needs to cover. Hat needs to watch, needs to be the guardian angel as Yaga moves us into the post. Diffuser can see him on the cutoff, has to react late. Hotten on the flank, finds one, and Spirits with the next. And that is all she wrote for Oxygen. As the have that thing you can't predict. Hot and Cold is running across 2 different floors and getting 4 kills in a row. They've been able to clutch multiple 2vx's. I mean, Gunner's just walking through a hallway, and Yaga's able to get that freebie. OXG have the majority of the opening picks in the series, albeit by a lingerie on Cafe. Yep, we are. Up Diaz goes. That's going to be the weirdest call Hotten's ever had to give, and
oh my god!
He just sends the C4 in turn. That's Diffuser drop. Diaz has to be breaking his monitor in half for that. This is what I mean. How the hell do you predict that? Newers manages to down Spirits as he hops over the white stairs. But it's a 2v4, and the C9BC have Diffuser with 25 seconds remaining. Hat gets off the rappel, marches up white stairs to make this maybe a 4v2. As he can get Newers back online. 3 Deathmark trackers. Certainly 1 can give just a slim edge to Oxygen to close this out. But Gavini's got him lined up on white stairs. Diffuser's holding it down over by new balcony. Nice little flick of the wrist. 3 seconds remaining. Can Hat hold on? Can he win this fight to give them a slim chance? No, as he goes around the corner with the pistol. Gavini could shut this all down. Buck drops down, Skeleton Key to watch from below. He'll try to rip it open. He's got to reload. He fires the shots. He just barely gets him in time. This is M80 currently with 12 are qualified, and 12 generally seems to be, in all of these stages, always 12 seems to be about the line where you're able to make it in the playoffs. This is what I mean, man. Like, I mean, it's not an uncommon position to play on that hatch, but like, what are the odds you go up and you immediately switch positions and are just able to C4? Ridiculously close set of affairs afterwards. That
maybe he just tries to work his way in for red or for like mining area. He's gonna go in now. We're gonna get the answer immediately. Yog's gonna gun down 1. It's a pretty fast full court press there. They're just trying to see which area of C9BC they can exploit. They'll at least get Diffuser dealt with. But C9BC still have some curious angles up top. Gunner wins 1. Can he get the second? Somehow, some way, he almost does. Hat's gonna kill Spirit. It's down to a 2 versus 3. Make it a 1 versus 3 after Yog out of nowhere clotheslines Gavini.
Hold on. We've got Hot and Cold alive. Oh, on par with everything else that's happened this game so far. 40 seconds remaining. He's got that 1 Banshee over on pillar side to reveal any... All right, well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Oxygen take the round. 6-5 now. Because now we hang out.
You're getting jumped at the major. Oh, Hotten!
Well, that's what to say. We get to hang out at events now. Speaking of which, happy Matt is on Beast Coast because we also get to talk at events. Ooh, Gomez, hello.
Nice find.
Spirits caught a little lacking in a very strong. As we move into the 4v4, a little deeper, Gunner might be spotted, but Oxygen still trying to use every second remaining to squeeze whatever intel they can gather. But Gavini cuts down 1. Diaz Lucas falls. Now Oxygen enter the disadvantage. When they convert, they'll have to walk into this 416. Gomez a little less aware than he was before. Through the floor. 4v2. No quick draw, unfortunately, on Gavini. He forgot to equip it in his loadout. But Oxygen seem to be slowly creeping towards their 4th 7-5 loss of the stage. The Fusuals fire a shot like a roaring train into the skull of Yaga, and that is it Beast Coast are your 5th team to make it.
Sauce that you need inside of a roster to make everything kind of coagulate properly, right? It just hasn't been going their way. There's no real glue to keep this team on the, straight and narrow. So, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to throw you a break, and then we'll be back with the Analyst Desk.